Hello folks, how you all doing? Hope you all had a good Christmas. So in this video, we're going to look at the gearbox, and my good idea was to try and fit the gearbox on my own. Let's see how that went. One gearbox, ready for inspection and cleaning. Right, so I think we may have a slight problem. Feels like the gear select is stuck. It just won't pull in or out, and it is stuck in gear. So I think this little side panel needs to come off, and we'll have a look, see what's going on. Right, not sure if you can see really clearly in there, but it does actually all look really clean and tidy, and it wasn't stuck in gear. Just it would appear the gears are really quite well sprung loaded. That gear there just so there we go. Yeah, should get a steadier camera, I know. It did slide in. I think they're just a little bit stiff from sitting, that's all. I've checked all the other gears and they do all seem to slide backwards and forwards and do engage. So yeah, fingers crossed it's just a little bit stiff from where it's been sitting. So once it gets some new oil and then gets run up, it should be good. And as if by magic, a mere 5 hours later, the gearbox is clean. That was an awful lot of grease on an awful lot of road dirt. But now it's looking all shiny. Lovely and new. Didn't realise exactly how many brass items are on here. Plenty of instructions, just in case you didn't know what to do. Gearbox oil. Beautiful, look at that. No signs of water ingress at all. Oil's clean. It's up to level, suitably gooey. Perfect. Number stamped in the casing. Not entirely sure what they mean. Well, that one does match. That one. Whether that was done sort of post-war in a Remy workshop, don't know. Right, so that's what we sort of mentioned briefly before about the clutch brake. It literally is just a disc. One brake pad, a disc, connect divider lever here. This goes down. So the main lever here. So when you put your foot on the clutch, basically, it comes forward, it then presses that lever, pushes the pad in, and slows the input shaft down. Don't know if they still continue this on sort of modern commercial vehicles today. I'm not a commercial fitter, so I don't know. If anyone does know, yeah, let me know. Put it in the comments box. Be interesting to find out whether it's a system that's still sort of used, but be interesting. Right, can't put it off any longer. What do I think about putting it back in? Right, just a little bit of advice for anyone who's not undertaken any sort of restoration project before. So while the gearbox is out, take the clutch plate off. 2 reasons for this. One, literally going to check whether the clutch is worn out. If it is, ideal time to replace it, gearbox is out. 2, if a vehicle's been standing a long time like this one, it's quite often the clutch plate ends up sticking. It rusts to the flywheel and rusts to the pressure plate. So as you can see in this one here, it has rusted and stuck in places. I mean, I've no doubt you can start engines up with them in gear and you can free stuck clutches off. Done it loads of times before, and to be honest, the only one I've never successfully done was a little Fergie, grey Fergie tractor. That just never wanted to come off. As you can see in this one, it's properly rusted on there. Like I say, it would have broken free most likely, but while the gearbox is out, why not? Dozen bolts, take it off, have a look. Clutch plate itself, plenty of meat left on there. Just need to clean up, back on. So pressure plate, get the wire wheel on there, get it all cleaned, and get it all fitted back up again. Like I say, it's worth it, just for the sake of spending an extra sort of 10 minutes taking it and inspecting it. It's going to make your life a whole lot easier in the long run. Just going to apologise for some of my filming when I was had the camera out for the gearbox. I didn't have it attached to the gimbal at the time because it was a little bit lastminute.com, so bear with me. Every video is a learning curve. Hopefully we're going to get a little bit better each time. So this is as far as we've got so far. I will spare you my my forklift driving, as I'll freely admit I am probably ranked one of the worst forklift drivers I've ever seen. Good job I don't work in a builder's yard. Right, so there we are. One gearbox on a dolly underneath. Obviously, next problem now, how to figure out how to get it up there. I do have reinforcements on standby, but I thought, you know what, let's just give it a go on my own and see what happens. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Well, hopefully nothing, but we'll find out. So, you know when you have a problem to solve and you think to yourself, hang on, I've had an idea. You think, that's an amazing idea. Why didn't anyone think of that before? You think, what a legend. Then all of a sudden, after you start putting the idea into action, you think to yourself, you idiot. Who on earth would have done this? This is probably the stupidest thing you've ever done. Trying to put a Matador gearbox in your own. I mean, health and safety wise, what can I say, people? What? Literally, what could go wrong? Precautions have been taken. Acro pops are holding the roof up. Is the bodywork rotten? Maybe just a touch. Like I said, I mean, seriously, what could go wrong? Those of a nervous disposition, I would probably say, yeah, look away now. Right, don't look yet, we're almost there. Just get in, will ya? Almost. God, I wish I had another pair of hands. Right, I think we're done. hopefully, fingers crossed. Oh yeah, there we go. Well, that was easy. I don't know what the fuss was about. One gearbox fitted. Well, that's one big job out of the way. Was it easy? Not particularly, but when you're doing a back garden restoration, it's never going to be. Just goes to sort of, you know, prove a point. It's nice to have a lovely big inside workshop with nice concrete floors, but it's not impossible to do this stuff outside. It is harder, but if you haven't got the facilities, don't get me wrong, I would love a massive garage. I'd love a big workshop. Indoor concrete floors, a bit of heating, but at the moment that's not the case. So we will have to settle for in the back garden. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please tick the like and please subscribe. And I hope you all have a good new year. And just a little heads up for the next video. I've possibly located another axle for Doris, the Fortune Watt 6. So fingers crossed. The axle is possibly usable. We're not sure. It's been sat in the scrapyard, but hopefully there is a lead I'm following up. Whether this axle exists, whether it's usable, we shall find out shortly. Catch you soon.